Today, I'm speaking with Dr. Sam Khoze, a renowned AI roboticist and film producer who's known for his pioneering work in merging artificial intelligence with robotics, pushing the boundaries of what's possible in human-robot interaction and cinema. Dr. Khoze also directed and produced a groundbreaking short film titled Genesis, one of the first viral videos crafted entirely using generative AI. It narrates a post-apocalyptic story where Earth's first cyborg society is born from the fallout of humanity's past mistakes. It narrates a post-apocalyptic story where Earth's first cyborg society is born from the fallout of humanity's past mistakes. He developed one of the most intelligent social robot series, advised and collaborated with NASA and leading universities, and made history by casting the first fully autonomous AI actor in a Hollywood film. He developed one of the most intelligent social robot series, advised and collaborated with NASA and leading universities, and made history by casting the first fully autonomous AI actor in a Hollywood film, which we're going to have to learn about in this interview. We're about to explore what lies ahead for the future of the machines and entertainment. So welcome, Dr. Khoze.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, it's really exciting to talk to you, and I'm looking forward to this. So, first question is, how are you using AI and particularly generative AI in your life right now?
So basically, my approach is to, I call it a collective intelligence. So basically, I'm trying to advocate how we can use AI in a creative space. 10 years ago, if you would have asked me, I would say like probably in the future, AI would be like used for more analytical tasks and things that we thought like AI is going to go to that direction, but to everyone's surprise, so AI is really good at creative collaboration with humans in terms of popularity of large language models right now. Society, they learn how to adopt their workspace to collaborate with large language models, and everyone just learn how to use it on their benefit and use in their businesses and personal life based on their needs. And now is like a rise of generative AI, which is like mostly in the area of image generation, video generation, and audio, which is like those multi-model systems. I'm very interested to work and research and find what's the boundaries with using AI.
Are you using it in your personal life at all?
Well, not really in personal life that much. It's like, I don't know if you heard that. It says like, when you do something normally that you just don't do it for yourself. So it's always like professionally. Yeah. So.
Yeah. I've been talking lately. I was in an argument with my wife a month or two ago or so, and we were really stuck. And we're relationship and kind of love, we're coaches. And so I said, boy, where can I turn for, insight? And then I realized, let me just check with ChatGPT. And I went and I told it all about her personality and all about my personality and what the challenge was. And I mean, it gave me 10 great ideas. I mean, really spectacular ideas. And so, sometimes you never know. You never know what you're going to get, What are some of the things you're automating in your life with generative AI, or that you think others can use generative AI for to have a better kind of quality of life?
Well, I think there are two different approaches. One is in a personal level. So basically, it can be really helpful in terms of, I would say, like lots of people, they think like AI is going to replace humanity. I always say it would actually give us a better life experience. So the way that during industrial revolution, how machines, they revolutionize the way we live, and as a result of those machines started working in factories, humans, they live longer because they were not exposed to so much chemicals and hard work, and eventually we have access to more products and the things we would like to have, and as a result of all those things, so we have a better life. And this happened when web and internet become popular. So lots of people, again, they thought like probably we're going to run out of businesses, all the businesses would be shut down, but we learn how to adopt and use internet to advertise, to connect to the wider audience. And also some people, they learn how to sell, how to make money. There's so many jobs created through internet, which we could never think of that. And what's happening right now with AI, it's another level. So now we learn how we can just use the power of artificial intelligence, which is like originally is trying to reverse engineering human intelligence. So that would let us to have a better life. And there are so many areas that we can benefit from that, especially like, for example, pharmaceuticals. So eventually at some point, you might be able to like customize medicine for each individual. So we might be able to predict disease before it even starts. So, and in education, in entertainment, there's so many areas that it could help us.
Yeah, you seem very interested in the human part of generative AI and how it can benefit humanity versus some of the, the worries that that people have. You were saying earlier that you love people and humans and you want to see them do better. Yeah, maybe talk a little bit more about that.
Yeah, because I experience a lot. People are very on defense when it comes to AI, which is normal. That's nature of any animals, including human. So when something is unknown, so we're not feeling comfortable about that. And I think there are lots of misunderstanding out there. Like people, they think, oh, you can just push a button and just AI is going to do everything. It's actually not the case. Mm-hmm. So there are so many learning and education that require for public in order to feel comfortable with this collaborative intelligence, which is like collaboration between human and for many years, probably for thousands, millions of years, like we learn how to evolve biologically inside our body. And now we have a chance to evolve and a non-biological way outside of human body, which that gives us lots of advantage in terms of how we can live our life. And I think the biggest issue right now that we're facing, it's because there's really no regulation. So AI it's good, and I believe most of the people that they are scientists and technologists that they are in charge, they really meant well. So I haven't seen one great scientist myself who is not really thinking about everything they do, how they can serve humanity and how they can do things ethical. So in another hand, so there are people eventually they're going to use AI for their benefits and non-ethical way. So I think right now, what I think is really, I wish I could have some power to like advocate for having rules and regulation at early stage for how we're going to use AI, like the way that we regulated internet. So we know what is good, what is bad, what is allowed, what is not, what is crime if you're doing. So, and where is the safe place to use internet? So I think those are the things that would be like really helpful in terms of having a very much human-centered approach to use of AI in general.
Mm-hmm. So you cast the first autonomous AI actor in a Hollywood film, is that right?
Yeah, we were just working with Professor Hiroshi Ishiguro. It's one of the greatest and brightest human being I've ever met, and is one of the very well-respected scientists who always help to do things that helps humanity. So, and we were exploring the opportunity how we can create a method acting for robots. So, because one of the biggest challenges in the field of AI in general, when you want to do the reverse engineering of human intelligence, regardless of uh, uh, other physical challenges, it's like humans are very good in perceptual intelligence. So, if you give a banana to a monkey or even to a newborn babies, so they might just couple of times reach out and put too much pressure, but eventually, like after a few times, they learn how to hold a banana or human, like for example, like or touching. So you can pick up an X and then put it back, and immediately you can just pick up a can without knowing what's the weight on that can. Is it empty? And immediately your brain started to detecting what's the weight of that can and how much pressure you have to put in order to not squeeze it too much or pick it up in the right. But those are very challenging when it comes to like, for example, in the field of robotics. And in artificial intelligence, also, we have the similar challenges, for example, in communication. So even like communication with like large language models like ChatGPT, it's very one dimensional because you don't have enough sensory information to carry a communication while when humans they communicate. So we use lots of sensory inputs such as what we see, and we use our hearing to understand the feelings of the person talks. So you immediately can recognize if this person is angry or happy, or also we have some stuff like even we as humans we haven't decode that, such as like human intention, human intuitions. So that's why even like sometimes it's like I just my intuition tells me like this is a good person or this is wrong. And also like lots of times we don't know what's other people's intention. That's why also like after thinking like we're very wise and we have lots of experiences, suddenly we just experience, oh, I didn't know this about this person all this time it was playing. So, and long-term memory, short-term memory, as we're having this conversation in your brain, your long-term memory is picking up, there's an algorithm is running in your brain, decide to select some kind of information from your past. You might need it right now to respond to my conversation. And with every single words comes out of my mouth, your brain start changing those. That's how you have access to your long-term memories, because it takes time even for human brain to reach out and select the right memory. So it's very complicated for to mimic and reverse those intelligence skills for machines. It could be regardless if it's a large language model, if it's a hearing technology, if it's a speech technology, or even vision technology. So in that regards, like I always like impressed by humans. So more I get deep into this field of AI, I more appreciate humans. So sometimes, like even like people say, "Oh, it's just like I see a homeless person on the street, and I just like stay there for like 5 minutes, look at this person, say like this is amazing, like how this brain can help this person to navigate to relearn walking again immediately, because this person is under so many influence of alcohol or drugs or like out of his mind, and still his brain is processing and immediately help this person how to walk. So yeah, I just don't want to get too too much into details, so to change the subject of the interview.
Yeah, no, fascinating.
If you just stop me.
Yeah, no, it's good. So it's just very interesting that you are very human centric, but you're also producing content and creating AI actors and so forth. So how do you make content or collaborate with generative AI and do it in a way that's successful, that's high quality? And then what's the next generation of content that's going to be produced with generative AI in the future? Like, where is this going?
Well, with like anything I generate, create, and put it out there is mostly to explore and showcase the potential that is out there for the creative community. Because I always think this way, like if I can generate something that eye appealing like that, if someone is a great artist, and what are they missing right now? So it's my wish and my goal is like this: people understand, like, okay, it's intimidating because you think like, oh, it might replace me, but it's, what about you just try this and see? Maybe the way
Mm.
people they think is totally different when they start using it. So that's the main reason behind doing things. That's the way I do this. The main concern right now is obviously ethic.
Yes.
So, and especially when it comes to generative AI, because you can get away with so many of ethical issues in other fields because you don't see it. So, but when you can read, when you can see things, when you can see the result, like for
Mhm.
example, like uh, all advanced computer vision solutions that is being used for self-driving cars, and like right now all those car factories they're selling these packages. Nobody asked them like, how did you train those models?
Mm.
So all those models are using like people's data, the vision that those camera, those sensors pick up on the road. Did we pay those people? So, but nobody questioned that because the car is driving. You don't see anything visually to question. But when it comes to use of large language model, image generation, video content generation, or audio, those are the things that you see is in front of you. Oh, just like this sentence is look like someone's book. I read it before. Or this image reminds me of this photographer. So that's why we become more conscious about that. So and I my goal is with using generative AI is that's why I don't use any of those off-the-shelf solutions. So I think there are applications for those off-the-shelf solutions, but at the same time, it's impossible to use those technology ethically and also commercially be able to use them and say, I did everything ethically correct. That's something that I work a lot with. Let's start, like, for example, if I want to generate a video, so there is a way you can go, for example, to places that they sell stock image. So you can buy those images. So you can train your model, and now you can generate video, and you do everything ethically correctly the way it has to be.
Mm.
So those artists that are got paid for their pictures, and now you're generating images and videos that it's also very impressive. So that's what I do always, like working with the source codes and trying to teach people how you can do things ethically right.
Mm. What what is AI ethics? And what is ethical with AI and what is unethical with AI?
Well, I think this is a very like philosophical meaning behind that, because
Mhm.
ethic. I lived in a couple of countries, and each countries I lived, like I could say like I had a different way of dealing with my own ethic
Mhm.
and understanding what is ethical and what is not. Like I lived in a country, like if you cut the line, so like everyone behind you is that this guy is so smart. Did you see how he cut the line? So and that's like a good quality. So people they just want to go out with you because you know how to cut the line. So they don't
Mhm.
have to stay in the line. So but when you come like to a country like United States, you can't do that.
Mm.
So because even like people might be so nice, they don't say anything to you, but you suddenly start changing because your ethic and your moral principles are changed. So I think ethic is very different in each country.
Mm.
And that's one of the dangers for AI, because in some countries, use of those technologies could really result to basically the society harm from those technology, even like if it's in the wrong hand by government. They can use that to isolate people. They can use that to control people, to police people. And I think that level of ethic in each place, based on the cultures and so many other elements, it would vary.
Yeah.
There is really no one formula you can put for ethic, especially when it comes to AI.
Mm-hmm. I heard you could give us a demo of turning Elon Musk into Superman.
So basically right now, earlier I just generated this human being. I just see if I have a preview. So you can see this is the result. And basically I use this stock video of this gentleman, and that's the one we're going to right now turn to Elon Musk. Let's say like 100 frames, and let's just get some Elon Musk's. So I just this image is generated by AI. Yeah. And let's use this for the background.
What are we looking at here?
So basically, this is a user interface. So, and
Thought it was the inside of John Nash's mind.
Yeah, like as you can see, like I'm running the source codes. We will see like when we start like doing this. So right now, like we decided like to choose 100 frames of this gentleman here, which is stock footage, and we want to turn him to Elon Musk. And as you can see, like every stage that I'm working right now. So the code is running on the other side. And you can see like those 100 frames right now. We started extracting information from that image. So here we started like detecting all the lines and texture of that original video source frame by frame, which in our case, we choose 100 frames. And here we choose all of the facial points that we're using for understanding the facial expressions and body movements, head movements, eye levels. And you can see like for each frame, you know, where is the eyes, where are the mouth position, head, and joints, which is like, this is like shoulders, this is neck.
So you're combining the stock video of the man kind of looking around with an image of Elon Musk that was generated by an AI.
Yeah. And we're going to apply that to create him. So as you can see, it's already AI in here is trying to create Elon Musk. And then you have, that's what I'm saying, like as if a creative, let's say if someone who's a visual effect artist, or someone who is a director, or someone who is like an art director or animator. So there's so many opportunities. So any of these parameters, like each of those containers here, let's say they all couple of 100 lines of codes, and some of them are using some libraries that it's kind of like reaching out and calling those libraries, like for example PyTorch or all those famous libraries. Like you get like you calling like millions of lines of codes without even knowing code. So technically you don't need to even know. So right now in 177 seconds, we created this gentleman, which is not look like Elon Musk. So, and like, this is how we going back to fix that. So we're going to say man. So let's say Elon Musk is looking around. And he is well, and let's right now like do a little bit more changes here. Let's just go and do something that I think it would work better. So you can't just like keep changing things to get the result you want. And now you will see like how suddenly this result will change in here.
So now it's combining the stock footage of the man with the picture of Elon, but it's being prompted to make something that looks like Elon.
We're not combining. So basically, we're using this gentleman as someone like as a model that we want to use, like let's say like his movements. So because the AI you want to generate, so you want to have a human figure, you want to have certain movements. That's what I'm saying. It's a very much collaborative intelligence. So
it's more like motion capture.
Yes, instead of like you're going to a big studio and you have to have a big team to do the whole motion capture. Now, if you're a creative person, for example, you can sit and just record this video with your webcam, and then you can start like making your own movie, or you can create. I think what's going to happen in the next couple of years with the rise of generative AI, we will experience like totally different level of entertainment. So let's say like at the beginning of the when social media started, if you go back and check like things from 2008, how people were creating content compared to right now, you can't even look at those contents that were created. Like it's not funny anymore. It's not interesting. So we use all different technologies to create to basically take the content creation to the next level. And that's what's happening with AI. So, and the only way you, as we're speaking at this moment, you can do this like ethically right, is here is your Elon Musk as a Superman. So you can see. Now it's him. And this is exactly that gentleman we saw. So if if I render more frames, every frame would exactly repeat what that gentleman does. And it took us just 130 seconds to generate 100 frames.
Okay, quick action step here. So the key is learning how to prompt better. You start out prompting by just asking questions and talking to AI like it's a helper, but you quickly realize that getting better at prompting is a huge accelerator and game changer for your own success in life. So these prompts will not only help you get a lot more done faster and accelerate your success, but they'll also help you really get prompting and get better at it. You can get all of these as a gift from me just by going to metamind.co/gift. That's metamind.co/gift, and I'll put that link below, and then just opt in to get it. I've also created a powerful video for you called AI in the Future of Business and Work and Success that demonstrates some of the key mindsets and prompting strategies to help you get up to speed and get a lot more out of generative AI. And it's also included as a free gift when you register. So just head over to metamind.co/gift to get your AI Accelerator Prompt Pack and the other free goodies. All right, back to our interview. So what are some of the more effective prompting techniques that you're using to do some of this stuff? And when you show people prompting, how do you teach them how to prompt?
Well, there are two types of prompting. So I would say depends what you're doing. So you have to go and master prompting for what you're using that prompting for. So let's say the way you prompt for ChatGPT, it would definitely is not going to work if you want to go to Midjourney and generate an image and you have to prompt there. And but what is very interesting is I would say if you learn what are the principles of how computers understand human language, that one is very common in all different technologies, which is, I think, like in year 2024, anyone doesn't know how to prompt, they're already behind. It doesn't matter what is their job and what's the relationship with AI or computer science. That's a skill set you have to learn. So the way I use it is something called attention mechanism. So basically, when you have a communication with someone, your brain is pay attention to certain words. That those certain words, it would help to create to understand the meaning of that sentence. So if you learn how to detect those attention mechanism words, that's all you need to use on your prompt.
Interesting.
So instead of like, if you want to, let's say like you want to give me a prompt, I would tell you what is the attention mechanism words that would pick up those words from your sentence to help computer to understand the meaning of that sentence. If you give me a sentence, I will tell you later, most likely what would be. Yeah.
So when you're teaching people how to prompt, you're teaching them about attention, which I like a lot because I have a background in marketing and content, and it really often does come down to how words get and keep attention. And most people are not thinking about that at all when they're communicating. They're not architecting their communication in order to optimize the attention of their audience. Yes?
Yeah. Like even right now, like when I'm thinking about like that video of Elon Musk, there were like so many unnecessary words I put there. I could have removed that. So I could have said a human, medium shot of a human looks like Elon Musk, comma, and just like describe what is the outfit as a Superman. So I did not need to put any of wearing outfit of Superman, because at the end of the day, those are not the words that AI would pick and pay attention to understand human language. So if someone wants to master prompting, I think it's very easy, like probably like in 1 or 2 hours research. If you learn NLU, natural language understanding, so and learn the basics, like how machines understand human language. So that would help a lot with prompting.
All right, let's go down the rabbit hole of NLU. What is NLU? Just give me a couple of quick principles.
So obviously, like in large language models, so basically we are using transformers architecture. So and it contained of several parts. So there is one when you generate contents, which is normally you train a model based on so many human conversations that you could find. So, and some of the it also depends. Like, for example, if you're going and train a model using all communications people they have in Reddit, for example, or communication people they have on X, Twitter. So, and you train your model based on that, you will be so surprised when you start like using that large language model, it would sound very much look like human. Mm-hmm. So because you just trained a different set of data to predict the next word. So that's how you generate a sentence. So by understanding what is the command that you get from users, which goes back to those attention mechanism principles. So you started like breaking down the sentence to the words, and those words are decided which one is center of attention to understanding the meaning of this sentence. Mm-hmm. And based on that, you generate response by basically creating the first words. So I would use words, so it's easier for people to understand, but generally it's not a word. And then you started like predicting what is the next. So, and that's how you generate words. But what is with image generation is totally a different principles. With image generations is you're using diffusion models, diffusion architecture. So that's the way it works. Let's say like if I want to see this mouse, so I started like, let's say, add a little bit of noise to this image of this mouse. And every steps of the way, like I add more noise to the point that it's all noise. So there is no mouse there. Let's say I added 1,000 times noise. And now if I give an image and a different image of another mouse with lots of noise on it, which is you cannot see the noise, you cannot see the mouse. And now it's called reverse diffusion. So now I'm asking 1,000 steps, remove noise, and see if you can see the mouse. Mm-hmm. So that's how it works for image generation. So each of those, that's why also it's important to understand those principles if someone wants to work professionally in one of those fields, knowing like how those contents, if it's a text, if it's an image, if it's audio, how it's created, that helps a lot to know how to use it in a good, in the best way possible.
What do you tell business owners, entrepreneurs who want to use generative AI to make their businesses do better?
Well, I think there are lots of opportunities out there in terms of using AI, but also it depends to the size of the business. Also, you have to be very careful because also it comes with lots of vulnerability. Let's say like in the area of media and entertainment, which I'm like interested to work. Like I'm always like thinking about, okay, right now, as we're speaking, I can create a content. Let's say that movie I just made it as a showcase. So, but can I sell that? No, because I'm thinking if I sell this movie to someone and make money, and if it's not only a research project, maybe 2 years from now, there would be a technology. Now you can say what kind of images are used to train those data that I was able to generate an AI content with that. And did I pay for that? No. So it's not ethical yet. So I think people, they have to understand, like, even some of the, if you want to use for very like small stuff, I think still is fine, it's safe. But when it comes, like, especially in media and entertainment, you have to be very mindful of how you're using AI to create content.
Yeah. And what do you think happens in the future here? Do you think that AI wakes up, that it becomes sentient and conscious and has will? Do you think that the singularity is going to happen? What do you think happens in the next 10 to 20 years?
Well, it's really very difficult to really predict that, but I would say I think very near future, this whole AI would be a part of another package, which is going to be augmented reality, mixed reality. I think very soon we're going to not have a physical devices, like probably like soon we won't have phones, cell phones, even computers. So we're going to move to more like wearable stuff. So, and it would be a mixed reality between AI would be one of the providers for the mixed reality. But what I think is going to happen a little bit after that is uh, when we start learning how to use decode human DNA, because I think that's also a very advanced language. So, and the fact that we have not decoded yet doesn't mean that it doesn't exist. So once we start learning that language that created us, and that's, I think, when life would be very interesting, because you can basically de-age human, you can fight disease, and also probably you can do some crazy non-ethical stuff. But what I believe it's at the end of the day, I believe in humanity. Like at the end of the day, like most of the humans are really good. So in the time of crisis, we all run to help someone if they need it. Like if we are walking outside, someone is abusing a child, an animal, or beating up a woman, it doesn't matter like what kind of political opinion we have, what kind of religion we have, what kind of skin color, we're just gonna run to help that person. So at the end of the day, I believe in humanity, and I think most of the humans, they have good intention.
Yeah, yeah. You said that anyone who doesn't know how to prompt is already behind. What do people need to learn over the coming years? Right? What do we need to learn?
I think anyone right now, no matter what they do, they should just immediately start to learn content creation. And that should be a multi-system content creation. That means like you have to know how to generate the best, highest quality, original text content for yourself. Because it doesn't matter if you have a social life out there, if you have a business, if you have a podcast, if you have a restaurant, if even like sometimes like you can start like creating contents and then read it and then improve your communication skills with other people. So and then everything at the end of the day right now is visual, is image. So you have to learn how to create image content. You have to learn how to create a video contents. You have to learn how to create audio content, music contents. And also you have to learn at least one platform that you can put all those things together in one place and benefit from that. So it doesn't matter what is your job. If you're a social media influencer, so obviously there's a certain level you need to learn. But also if you have a plumbing business and you're on Yelp, so you need to know how to create your content, because now is that you can use that to get more customers to benefit from that.
Wonderful. Dr. Sam Khoze, thank you so much. I really appreciate your time today.
Thank you. It was a pleasure speaking with you.
So thank you for watching another Metamind AI interview. Remember to keep practicing prompting, keep learning, get our prompt pack and quick start video, Watch our other videos to learn from other AI experts, and stay tuned to us here on Metamind. Stay subscribed because this is going to get really interesting.